We're not in a good mood. Today is November 6th. It's the day after the election, and I think you'd have to be living under a rock to not know how the election turned out. Not great.
My chair squeaked, I'm sorry.
Not good for America. Not
bad.
Good for the world.
Real bad. If
Really
you are
bad.
happy with the results of the election, go fuck yourself and never listen to our podcast again, please and thank you.
Literally block us. Like, I actually don't want you associated with our podcast at all, and I mean that so seriously.
That would actually be horribly embarrassing for us.
I am really worried that when we go to work, luckily Annie and I both had today off of work. Neither of us were in the mood to be able to work anyway, so I think we're lucky that it worked out for us, but I am worried that when we go back to work, we're going to have clients and people we work with that are going to make comments that I'm just like, I'm going to break down. I will start crying. I have already cried multiple times about this.
We have at least one coworker that we know for sure is... I'm sure she's happy about the results of this. She's absolutely batshit crazy. Oh
my gosh, you know what would be fun if we read her
Google we should. Reviews? We recently found one of our coworkers, like, Google profile where she leaves reviews for businesses. Oh my god, you guys. It is so... It's simultaneously hilarious and absolutely horrifying.
It is crazy.
People in the world that think
she's
the way
like...
she does.
Not just a Karen, but also the most paranoid, like, conspiracy theorist.
Yeah.
Anytime, like, a place doesn't take cash, she's like, they're tracking us. They want us all to be part of a digital society. And then she'll also just be, like, blatantly racist out of nowhere.
Yeah, lots of racism. Will always say, like, I'm so happy they don't sell gay pride merch, or she'll give a place a 1 star because they do sell gay pride merch. And
she's insane. But we know...
thinks the whole pandemic was fake.
Oh, yeah. We know for a fact she's happy today.
Yeah.
But,
definitely.
I'm not, personally. Personally, I am not happy today. Couldn't sleep last night.
Me neither.
I ended up going to sleep before results were in. Like,
Same.
completedly in. And, because I couldn't keep watching it. It was just stressing me out and making me feel really sad, and... So I tried to go to sleep early, but I was in and out of sleep, and I was having bad dreams. I was dreaming about the election. Like, I did not... This, like...
Yeah.
I didn't expect to be this strongly affected by it, too.
Yeah.
Like, people probably think we're being dramatic, but, like, it hurts. Like,
it's scary.
It makes me feel sick inside.
For people to see the things that this man has done and want him to be the leader of our country... And it's very hard for me not to believe that the reason Kamala didn't win is largely just because of racism and misogyny.
Yeah, I'm sure
it's very hard for me to believe that that's not a huge part of the reason
there are a lot of people who didn't vote for her because they just simply don't want a female president.
Yeah. Because 4 years ago, it was Biden versus Trump. Biden won in a landslide against Trump 4 years ago.
She's way better than Biden.
She is objectively so much better than Biden. She's so much more together. She's a nicer person. She's well-spoken. She knows what she's talking about.
She's experienced in government.
She has so much experience in government. And
I don't know, though, because in 2016, when it was Hillary Clinton and Donald Trump, he won, but she won popular vote. So there is, like, a part of me that has hope that, like, America could have a female president. Like,
he won the Electoral College in a landslide, though. Which is just crazy.
Which doesn't make any sense. But, like, I'm saying it is possible for us eventually, at some point, to have a female president. I think there are enough people in America that would support that idea that it could happen. I don't want to lose hope for that.
Yeah.
But I also, I'm not saying you're wrong that there probably was sexism behind the vote. Yeah. Anyway, it hurts my heart because, like, obviously I'm upset that he's going to, like, be the president and he's going to be running the country for the next 4 years. Like, that alone is scary. His plans and his everything is just hard for me to swallow. But the hardest part to me is that I was so unaware that so many people around me were so hateful.
Yeah.
Like, I did not realize the amount of support this man had, and it's really saddening
In the
to
area
realize
we live in,
that I'm surrounded by people
Yeah.
who are okay with that
in
and
Utah,
support it.
there are 3 little blue spots. And other
Yeah.
than that, everything's completely red.
We live in a very red
Dark
state.
red. And I surround myself with so many people that think similarly to me. And on the internet, I usually, like, TikTok has a good algorithm that's made it so I mostly just see people who think similarly to me. That does not mean that I can't think for myself. This doesn't mean I'm in an echo chamber of my own thoughts. And, like, I swear I'm educated. Anyways. But it makes me forget sometimes how bad it still is. How many people around me actually do.
I'm like
think
allowing
those disgusting
myself
things. I let myself start to think it was getting better, and it's not.
It's almost like I'm mad at myself. Like, I feel like a fool.
Yeah.
Because I had hope. I really thought people were becoming better. I thought the general public was moving towards progression and acceptance of others, and it is really sad to realize that our country's still not in that place. I really thought we were. I really, really did. And so, like, I feel stupid for being wrong. Which, like, I shouldn't feel stupid, but, like...
Yeah. We did our best. We did everything that we can do.
I do. I
We
feel like
both
I
voted.
was tricked. Like, I
Yeah.
feel blindsided for some reason, because...
And maybe that's so stupid. Maybe we were so delusional.
Maybe.
But
I mean, I knew they were out there. I knew he had supporters, and I knew they were crazy, but
I didn't think he had this many.
didn't think he had 72 million of them.
Yeah.
And...
This is the thing I wanted to talk to you about, but I was waiting until the pod to mention it. I thought this was so interesting and very telling. So last night, as the polls were closing, both candidates, they were posting, like, stay in line. If you're in line when the polls close, you still get to vote. They cannot tell you you don't get to vote. Stay in line. So they were both posting that sentiment. When Kamala posted it, all she said was, stay in line. When Trump posted it, he said, Republicans, stay in line. And I think that's just very telling. Kamala wanted everybody to be heard. She wanted everybody to vote.
Everyone has a voice.
She wanted everyone to stay in line because they get to vote. Trump made it very clear he was just talking to Republicans. He was like, you guys, since I need your votes, I don't care about anybody else except for the people who are voting for me.
Yeah.
Like, I just thought that was very telling.
Very hard to believe that that man has any good motivations for wanting to be president.
No, absolutely not.
You can say what you want about Kamala. I know maybe not all of her policies are the greatest. You might disagree with some things.
She wants to improve our country.
She
you might not agree with how she wants to do it, but it's clear she cares about
But her
this
motivation
country.
is correct.
Yes.
She wants to be the president because she wants to make a difference and she wants to help. Like Annie said, maybe the way she wants to do it isn't the way that you ideally would do it, but at least she has the correct motivation. I can't... It would be really hard for me to believe that Donald Trump has good motivations for wanting to be president. I feel like he loves the power. He loves this cult following he has. He wants to stay out of prison because he knows that he's going to be going to jail if he doesn't become president. Like, I don't feel like he wants to take power because he can make a difference and actually help Americans. Like, it doesn't feel like that's his
what
motivation.
I think is very interesting about politics these days. The point of politics, we're all supposed to be generally working towards the same things.
Yeah.
Like, we all want the economy to be better. We all want to reduce homelessness. Those are the things we all should be
We just disagree on the ways to do said things.
The things that we should be debating are the best ways to do those things.
Yeah.
There are so many things that, like, people don't even agree on whether or not it's something we should fix. Not everyone even cares about fixing homelessness anymore.
Yeah.
Like,
people don't care about fixing climate change because people
right
genuinely
now.
believe it's not a problem.
Like, if Kamala and Trump, they both believed that we need to do something about climate change, but they maybe had different opinions on how best to fix it. That's what we should be doing. The fact that he denies that it's a problem is not okay. These things are problems that need to be fixed. The thing we're supposed to be agreeing on is how we're supposed to fix them.
Yeah.
Not whether or not certain people deserve rights. Not, like...
Yeah. Well, and he's, like, made problems out of things that aren't problems. Like,
he just lies out of his
He
ass
lies, and
all
he's just,
the
like,
time.
a fear-monger for no reason. He, like, has made his following fear trans people like they are the plague to America. And why?
It's
What's
insane.
the reason? What's the motive? How is that helping America?
I think it's so interesting because there's been this huge rise in the belief that queer people, trans people are pedophiles, they're groomers, like, they are predators.
There's literally no evidence.
There's no statistics to show that it's actually true. You know what? There are statistics to show about specific groups of people being groomers and pedophiles. You know, church leaders, Christians, Catholics. Those are the people that there are statistics that show that those people are disproportionately more likely to be.
And even though those statistics exist, you still don't ever see the left side wanting to tear down the rights of religious people for it. No. They still have the right to practice their religion, even if those religions... I might hate your religion,
but I know you have the right to practice it.
Yes, exactly. I personally don't like it. I don't want to be a part of it, but I'm in no way trying to take people's rights away.
That's what we are supposed to be doing.
Yeah.
That's what it's always supposed to be. Like, you don't have to like what everyone is doing, but they have the right to do what they want to do, as long as they're not hurting anyone. And guess what? I actually think a lot of religions are hurting people.
Yeah.
But they have the right to practice their religion anyway.
Yeah. I don't know what else to say. It's like I have all these thoughts in my mind, but it's like, it's going in a circle, because it is a lot of the same stuff over and over again that just keeps replaying in my head that I can't believe this. I really, truly thought that this wouldn't happen. And I was wrong. I had too much faith in the American population, apparently.
I think it's so interesting.
I like your socks.
Thank you.
They have cows on them. They're cute.
Right? I have similar ones with ducks on them.
Aw, do you have little pig ones?
No, just cows and ducks. And, there's one more.
Horses? Chickens?
I can't remember what's
Goats?
on the other
Sheep?
one. It might be sheep.
Sheep is cute.
I'll look when I get home.
Sheep is cute.
I think I wore those socks yesterday. Why can't I remember what's on them?
I don't know. And we're getting distracted,
I'm wearing socks with cows on them.
It's nice to get distracted right now. I need my brain to be focusing on other things. It was a nice couple of seconds, or I could just think about cow socks.
The one other thing I was going to say, and then we can maybe try to move on to something else. I think it's very interesting. The right now, one of their main attacks on Kamala is that she's like anti-Christian, which honestly, if she is, who cares? Politics and religion aren't supposed to be related in any way. But if she doesn't like Christians, that has nothing to do with politics.
And even if she is, she's not
gonna. Wants to take away.
She's never gonna bring it into the workplace, like as the president. She's not like. Oh my God.
But here's the thing, Trump and his actions are overtly anti-Christian.
Oh, no, for
everything about everything that man does is so anti-Christian.
Christ would hate Donald Trump.
Christ would hate Donald Trump. I don't.
Oh, you know the.
I was raised religious. I know a lot about Jesus Christ and what people believe about Jesus Christ. Jesus would hate Donald Trump so much.
The Trump rally that happened in I can't remember. It was like the big one that just happened like last weekend or something.
I think that was Madison Square Garden.
Yes, that one. That big rally where like Dr. Phil spoke and everything.
My God.
That
the most disgusting
scared me. Like, I don't believe in God and Satan and all that, but if I did, oh my God, Satan was present. Like, holy shit, that was
so comfortable just saying nasty things about
that was
people.
A vile,
calling Puerto Rico
vile
a floating
meeting.
Island of trash. And I think the same dude said that thing about he was like weirdly sexualizing immigrants, saying they don't pull out, they love to reproduce.
Disgusting. They called Hillary Clinton a sick son of a bitch. Like,
just disgusting things to say about people.
Horrible things. And like,
and by the fucking way, Puerto Rico is so beautiful.
Puerto Rico's a tropical paradise, actually.
Beautiful island.
We've been there.
With wonderful people, delicious fucking food.
Really good food. And a beautiful culture.
It's a beautiful place.
An amazing place.
It's 100% the best vacation I've ever been on was to Puerto Rico.
The only motive they had behind saying stuff like that was just xenophobia. They just push this like racism on people.
They just like the American political system thrives on hatred and fear-mongering, and I can admit on the left side, there's been a lot of fear-mongering about Trump and about what he's going to do as president. I really hope it's been exaggerated.
Yeah.
It's kind of hard sometimes to know exactly how much he'll actually be able to
It's really hard to tell what's
with.
true on the internet a lot of the time.
The Republicans won the House and the Senate and have the majority of governors now, too.
What I was going to say, though...
That's scary.
Is, like, a lot of what Donald Trump's platform is, to me, is, like, not even related to politics. Like, he's just hating on groups of people for no reason. I'm like, but what's your platform?
There are so many things that are, like, political now that I don't think ever should have been brought into politics.
It's really weird. They're like, Donald Trump at his rallies will, like, say shit about drag queens as if that has anything to do with politics.
No, it shouldn't be political at all.
Talk about what you plan for the economy. Talk about what sort of bills you're looking to pass. Like, talk about politics. Yeah. It's just, they get together and they just spew a bunch of hate and they have a riot doing it. And then they go home, and I'm like, what was this meeting? What was the point of this Trump rally? Yeah. I really don't understand.
They just like to get up there and be mean and go home.
Yeah, and especially the Madison Square Gardens one was extremely vile.
So gross.
I have seen a lot of comparisons made to that meeting and, like, literally, like, Nazi meetings in, like, 1939 led by Adolf Hitler that, like, are scarily similar. Yeah. And I know, again, like I said, I'm not even a Christian, but I grew up Christian, and I know enough about Jesus Christ to know that if he was there, he would not be in support of it.
He would be flipping tables.
Like, come on. It is insane that so many Christian people are so Republican and, like, support Trump, because Christ himself would never.
Never. Christian love.
Like, it's crazy. Like, I think you guys don't even understand your own religion. I'm not even a part of it, and I think I understand it better than you do. Like, I don't know.
I cannot begin to understand these people.
I can't either. And it sucks that it's literally the majority of Americans are these people, apparently. The majority of Americans.
Looks that way.
Oh my god. Anyway, we're going to a concert tonight.
Yeah. We get to go to the one liberal area in Utah.
Yeah, we get to escape Utah County for the day. At least there's that. Our two best friends, Kendall and Bree, are working today, and we feel really bad that they have to work and we're not there. Treats. I could not work today. I couldn't do it.
I feel so bad they have to be there.
Yeah. If any client has the audacity to say a single thing about Donald Trump, I think I would explode. Yeah. I don't think I could do it. Unless they were saying something negative about him.
I'm really glad. So, if you're not super familiar with our family, we have us two and two more siblings that agree with us. They're both very liberal. Mm-hmm. And then we have a brother who's very conservative, and our parents are conservative.
Yeah. So we're very divided, 4 versus 3.
Very divided family, which is rough.
Yeah.
But I'm so happy today, at least, that our conservative family members have the good sense to not say anything.
We have some friends whose family members are not so smart and have said some very upsetting comments.
It breaks my fucking heart. Like, yeah. I'm so glad our family at least has the good sense to shut the fuck up about it. We've been talking to our two siblings that agree with us.
Our parents did send to the group chat, like, their wordles for the day, and we were like,
just acting like all is well. Maybe also, they're crossing a picket line by doing that.
Maybe
not on strike right now.
Not the vibe for today. Like, I'm not really in the mood to send my wordle to you guys today. Sorry. Like,
yeah.
I'm not in a good mood right now. And my dad also, like, sent me a notification on Duolingo. Don't lose your streak. Shut up. I'm not in the mood right now. Yeah. I have other things on my mind. Like,
you guys, my parents are, like, for conservatives, they're kind of towards the middle. They're not, like, super extreme.
They're conservative, but they're more of a centrist conservative.
They don't like Trump. I don't know if they ended up voting for Trump or not, but they don't like him.
I highly doubt it.
I don't think so. My guess is that they decided not to vote.
My guess is they either didn't vote or they voted for some third party.
Or they wrote each other in or something.
Yeah, they just voted for each other. They probably wrote in Mitt Romney.
Yeah. But I don't know. They at least know that their kids are, like, they should know that their kids are probably struggling today. Because they know how serious we are about this, and they know how strongly against Trump we are. They should at least know, maybe, like,
don't bring it up
take a step back, and let's maybe not just send our connections results today. Let's maybe just let them breathe. I don't know.
I don't have that much faith in them. I think I have enough faith in them to know that they won't bring it up.
Yeah.
Actually, I don't have that faith in Dad. He might say something.
Dad might say something.
Dad might say some dumb, snarky remark.
Think
Mom
our
wouldn't.
Brother will say anything.
No.
But
yeah. Anyway,
I'm not saying anything.
For the most part, though, we've been able to
talk to me about it.
We've been able to get some decent amount of support from our family because we do have our other two siblings and our brother-in-law also.
It's really nice. Our brother and our brother-in-law are, like, both outraged today, and it makes me feel very safe. Actually,
yeah, it's nice to have.
There are at least some men in my life that are angry about this and that will stand up for us and try to protect us.
Nathan's been definitely just trying to, like, I don't know, help me not feel so much. Do you know what I mean? Like, he can tell that I'm not having a good day. Like I'm feeling a lot. Like there's so many different emotions. I wouldn't even know how to label it. But he can tell that it's affecting me.
Yeah.
And for the most part, he's just been like trying to help me stay relaxed, trying to help me not like catastrophize because I do that.
Yeah,
and he knows that I do that.
You have a tendency to spiral, so he's probably a little bit worried that that's going to happen.
I think he's just keeping an eye on me to make sure I'm not like going to go insane over this, which is nice. But man, I want to go insane over this.
Yeah.
I feel insane.
To set something on fire and scream.
Ooh. Arson?
Like something that's like legal to set on fire.
I think arson is one of those names.
Like a campfire.
I think arson is one of those words that like could have been a cute name if it didn't mean what it meant, you know?
It's true.
Arson. I still kind of like it, even though it does mean what it means. Should I name my son Arson?
Do it. Anyway. Yeah. So rough day. I woke up around 5 o'clock. 5:30
yeah, I woke
today,
up around 6, and I just couldn't get back to sleep.
I was like, I don't feel like I'm about to fall back asleep, so I guess it's time to check the election results.
That's exactly what I did.
And I checked, and Trump was at 277.
And I started crying.
And I started crying.
That was exactly what happened to me this morning, but it was like 6 o'clock.
And I laid in my bed for about an hour and a half, and I finally drifted off and ended up getting like another half hour of sleep.
I never made it back to sleep. I woke up at 6.
Like barely. It was fitful.
I woke up at 6 and I did the same exact thing. I had like bad dreams all night, and then I woke up at 6 and I was like, I'm not getting back to sleep. I might as well just check, get it over with. I saw that he won. I put my phone down on my chest. I sobbed for a little bit. Sugar came to check on me because she was like, "Why are you crying?"
Yeah, no.
And then like
Barry,
after
my cat has been like way more affectionate than usual today, and I'm like, oh god.
After like half an hour, I just got out of bed and I was like, I'm awake at this point. I might as well just accept it.
Yeah.
It's okay. You know what? I'm gonna try to think on the bright side. Like, yes, Donald Trump is gonna be our president again. Boo, that sucks. But he's not our president yet. We've still got a couple months.
That is true. Biden and Kamala can do their best to set things up.
Yes, exactly.
Well,
I'm just going to have hope that they make some smart decisions within the next couple months.
Yeah.
You know, and just hope for the best. It's gotten to a point where it's like, there's not really anything I can do now. I voted with how I felt, you know. The person I voted for didn't win, but that's part of how elections work. And, I don't know, being in a bad mood about it all day is not going to change the fact that it happened. It's just going to ruin my day. So,
yeah,
you know, I don't want to ruin my day.
Is it weird that since I'm bisexual, I feel like very determined to marry a woman now?
My friend,
I'm like, I can't let them make me marry a man just because I'm scared. Like,
my friend who is in a sapphic relationship, she texted today and said she's like, her and her girlfriend have decided they're going to elope, and like very soon probably.
Dang.
Yeah. In light of recent news.
That's crazy.
And I was like, I
don't blame them.
Don't blame you guys. And congratulations for them, but it's sad that it's under those circumstances, you know.
Yeah.
Like,
not ideal. For
no,
sure.
But anyway, yeah, what did we say? Oh, we're going to a concert tonight.
Yeah.
We're seeing Michelle. I love Michelle.
Trying to act like I'm in a good mood, so
I want to be. They're my favorite group, and I have been looking forward to seeing them for a long time. And it's weird. Like I don't feel excited about it, and I want to be, but I don't feel that way. But I don't want to let stupid Republicans ruin my day.
Yeah.
You know?
No, I want to like
I'm
have
gonna
a really
fun
good day
out of spite. Like I don't want to let them have such a big effect on me. Like they don't deserve it. You know?
Yeah.
Ugh. 72 million? Okay, sorry. No, let's talk about something a little bit less sad.
That's
Obviously,
fun.
we wanted to be able to get that kind of stuff off of our chest.
Yeah.
It's nice to have
to vent about it a bit.
place where we can talk about it, and it's nice to have people who listen who get it, even if not very many of you listen. It's nice that, I don't know, we have someone to talk to, even if it's just through a microphone. Christmas is coming up. What did you ask for Christmas?
Christmas is coming, the Christmas is getting fat.
Krampus is coming, the Krampus getting fat. Krampus put a Krampus in the Krampus hat.
What did I ask for? I asked for a Nintendo gift card.
Slay. What game would you buy with it? Do you know?
I'm not sure yet. We'll see.
I kind of want to get another Zelda game.
Ask for a cute new phone case. A Lego set of like a little retro radio. It's really cute. A new heated blanket because mine broke, and the new Hunger Games book. That's my list.
When does the new Hunger Games book come out? Actually,
because
I know
March, so
it would be like a pre-order, but
after Christmas. But
I'm excited for that. I love Haymitch. I wonder. Mm-hmm. She always has like she sort of makes statements with her books. You know, they mean something, right?
Yeah, she never writes anything.
I wonder.
She has something to say.
I wonder what this book is going to say. You know, like what it's going to portray to the general public.
It's been said, I think it's largely going to be about propaganda. Because, well, we know a little bit.
Propaganda at those tits. Sorry. It's like a British person, you know.
Lovely.
Propaganda.
Yeah, I get it.
Okay, sorry.
No, we know a little bit about his arena because it's described in the original book. It's like everything is so beautiful, but everything is poisonous, right? Yeah. So a lot about like false advertising, propaganda, that kind of stuff is, I believe, what it's going to be.
All that glitters is not gold.
Exactly.
I love that episode of SpongeBob. It is one of the weirdest ones. So and I think it's funny how often people are like, what does this mean? Why did this happen? And I was like, well, I think it's pretty obvious what it means. But it is weird. Like, I don't know why they wrote this episode. Anyway, I'm excited about that. I hope they make a movie about it, too. They probably will.
We also know...
The Hunger Games is always so
I'm
successful.
I'm very interested. So. We know the Capitol ended up literally killing everyone Haymitch cared about because of the way that he won, right?
Yeah.
Which is really sad, but I'm interested to know
Man,
how
the Capitol hates District 12.
They really do.
District 12 victors piss the Capitol off.
A little bit, yeah.
Yeah. I mean, there have been, what, 4? And
4.
One of them just disappeared.
Here forever. Who knows where she went?
Who knows? What is your theory about that?
I hate that people try to theorize because the entire point is that we don't know. Wherever she is, she's free. She's gone. We don't know what happened to her.
Well, I don't know. Point. Maybe, but like I think a lot of people think that maybe she's not free, like she got killed or whatever.
Well, even if she's dead, she's free.
Well,
it's
that's
over.
True.
That's the point.
That is sad, like, actually, when you think about it that way.
Dude,
I want to read I kind of want to reread the Hunger Games series before that one comes out.
Me too. I might.
We can do that in our book club. Oh, Annie and I are in a Twilight book club right now.
Yes, we are. We had our first meeting this week. And literally all we did was watch the movie.
I talked to Amanda and Mia about doing a similar thing, actually. I wanted to like reread some books from like my youth that were really popular, like the Hunger Games series and the Divergent series and stuff.
Yeah.
And I was like, we could just do the same thing, just like watch the movies when we get together. The Divergent movies suck ass and they didn't finish making them. But you know,
can watch the first Divergent movie.
We can watch the first one.
The first one actually is a very good adaptation.
They did a good job with the first movie, I thought, and then they just fell off real bad.
They didn't even finish it.
No,
they didn't finish the movies because they
did.
Were so bad.
Insurgent, and then I think they made Allegiant Part 1, but it didn't go to theaters. It was like
well, the first one went to theaters, and then they didn't make the second one.
Oh, I thought that Insurgent went to theaters, and then the first part of Allegiant they made, but it didn't go to theaters.
I thought it did go to theaters.
I don't remember. I don't think I ever saw it actually.
I saw it.
Maybe I should watch it.
It's not good.
I just want to know. But no, they really messed that up, and it sucks because I loved the Divergent books growing up. I was obsessed.
If you decide to watch the third one again, you should do it after you've reread the books.
Yeah,
because I think I saw it pretty shortly after I read the third book. That's what's so bad about it is it's basically a different story.
But like
it was completely different.
Anyway, but like other books too that were popular, like reread The Fault in Our Stars and then watch the movie together. Like just things that were popular when I was in high school that I loved reading. I would love to just read them again with my high school friends. Like I just feel like that would be fun, you know? Mm-hmm. Since like we all read them together in the first place when we first read them. So it'd be kind of cute to like do that again. But yeah, anyway, we're reading Twilight right now. Annie has never read the Twilight books, so it's a very new experience for her.
So I've now read the first one, and before moving on to New Moon, I'm reading Midnight Sun.
Me too. I'm reading Midnight Sun right now.
Which is, if you don't know, that's Twilight, the first book, from Edward's perspective instead of Bella's. And it is twice the length of the original book.
Because Edward has a lot to say.
It's really good.
What are your thoughts on Twilight, the book, versus the movie now that you've read it?
It's a lot better than the movie.
Mm-hmm. And that's crazy because you always liked the movie anyway.
I always did like the movie anyway. I mean, I know they're stupid, but I still love them. But no, the book is like actually kind of a good book. It's still kind of just a weird story.
It is a weird story. Their relationship obviously is weird. Not the healthiest dynamic, obviously. Yeah. Bella definitely is kind of a weak female lead.
It's not poorly written.
But it's not. Good book, actually. It's not as bad as I think people think it is because of how horrible they did the movies.
And they made some really stupid changes from book to movie. Yeah, they did. I don't understand why. It's not a very good book to movie adaptation.
It is a really bad book to movie adaptation.
They tried to amp up the drama and the tension in everything. Yeah. In the movie for some reason, and it's just
it's a very tense movie.
It's so weird.
And I'm like, it doesn't need to be.
Especially when you read Midnight Sun. So when you're reading the story from Edward's perspective. Bella's a very smiley person, and she's very sweet.
She's moody as fuck.
Really not how she's portrayed in the movie at all.
No.
I don't know.
Anyway, I've been wanting to read again, but for some reason it's hard for me sometimes to get into a new book. I have to be in the right mindset, so it's kind of fun to reread stuff.
Yeah.
That just feels nostalgic for me because I had read Twilight before. I've read it twice before, but the last time I read it was. Gotta be 10 years ago. Yeah. That was probably 15 or 16.
Also, when I read new books, exposition and world building are so mind-numbing to me. I have to get through the first 100 pages before I'm interested in what's going on.
I am the same.
But when I'm reading books based on movies I've already seen, I'm already interested in what's going on. I already know what's happening. That's it hasn't been hard for me to get into the books.
Yeah, you're I already know about this world, so it kind of works. You're I already know how this ends, so I'm not bored getting to the end of it. Anyway, we need recommendations. Anyone want to give us recommendations of where to go for dinner tonight? We're gonna be in Salt Lake City.
I don't think that's gonna happen.
Text me recommendations in Salt Lake City. Will you check the weather? I need to know how cold it's gonna be in Salt Lake. Annie.
Yeah.
Anyway, guys, if anyone listening to this is feeling scared about their rights being taken away, whether you're a woman or you're queer, you're a person of color or whatever, because there's so many different groups that are being attacked by this decision.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know.
I can't promise you that it's going to be okay, but if we stop fighting and if we stop being hopeful, it's definitely not going to be okay.
Just know that you have us in your corner at least.
We've got you.
We might not be the majority like I thought that we were, but we weren't super far off. He got 51% of votes total. So not it is going to be really cold today. Yeah. So there's still a lot of us that do hate him.
There are still a lot of people on your side. He won, and he won by a bit, but there are a lot of people on your side, I promise. And these next 4 years, they honestly might really fucking suck.
They might.
They really might.
But there's a chance that he's not going to be able to accomplish much of anything. 4 years isn't that much.
That is true.
Isn't that long of time?
Although the Republicans are now dominating everything, we do still have checks and balances, and hopefully they will work the way they're intended to. Can't make any guarantees.
Yeah.
But just don't stop.
Yeah.
We gotta still do our best.
Hope for the best, Hopefully.
We're the only sane ones left, so.
Apparently, jeez. I feel crazy, though. It makes me feel crazy that, I need to brush my teeth. Sorry, I haven't brushed my teeth today. Anyway, I don't really have much else to say, and if this ends up being a short podcast, I think that's fine, but what other books should we read? What were, popular when we were young? That I own. I mean, John Green books all were very popular. We could reread Paper Towns and stuff, too. I need to get through
all of his books. I haven't read all of his books.
Paper Towns was a bit of a frustrating book-to-movie adaptation for me. It wasn't bad. Not nearly as bad as Twilight. But they did change some things that I had really, really loved from the book. And I was like, that's a weird thing to change.
Fault in Our Stars was quite a good adaptation, I thought.
It was pretty decent. They took out some things because you can't keep in everything, obviously.
You just can't do every little
But the stuff that they kept in at least wasn't it wasn't completely made up stuff. I hate if they leave some things out, I understand because it's a long book.
Adding random shit in.
But if you're adding stuff in, I'm weird. You're taking up time where you could have done something that was part of the book. That's weird that you chose to do that. And I'm trying to think. I mean, it's been a while since I read the book, but I can't remember anything in the movie that they just put in that didn't exist before.
Yeah,
they took some things out.
It's been a while
that
too, but yeah.
kind of just has to happen, or else it's going to be like a really long movie.
Yeah.
That's true with any book, really. But yeah, no, I don't think they added anything. But anyway, I still am mad about in Catching Fire. You remember the night before? I think it's the night before they go into the arena, or close to anyway.
Yeah.
Peeta and Katniss spend like the whole day together on the roof.
Yeah.
And they took that out.
I know.
It pisses me off, especially being someone who's Team Peeta. It I
think by the end of the story, no one's Team Gale. Like,
there are an unfortunate amount of people who are actually.
Should be the same with like Jacob and Edward. By the end of the story, you should not be Team Jacob. It makes no sense to be Team Jacob at the end of the story.
These are the only options for Twilight. You can either be Team Edward or you can be Team neither.
Yeah.
And I'll support that.
Team neither is a good
Team
stance.
neither is fine. I can't argue with you on that one.
She should have run the opposite direction the second. Like, Team She never should have gone to Forks.
Yeah.
Team Jacksonville.
Yeah. And, like, I don't know, but with the Hunger Games, like, I guess I could kind of feel that way, too. There are a lot of people who feel like her love for Peeta was always sort of forced, you know, for the cameras. And
it's a fake dating trope. We love that. They fake date until they realize they really do love each other.
And so I do understand, like, some people are like, but do they? Because, like, it started off very fake. So I understand having that feeling towards Peeta.
But it's pretty clear it's
but
not
you
fake
should still
in the end.
definitely be anti-Gale.
Yeah.
Like,
we're not
so anti-Gale. I hate him so much.
Yeah. I mean, you have to be understanding of the reasoning of, like, why Gale did everything he did. He's a good representation of what war does to everyone.
Yeah.
Even the people who are on, like, the, quote,
good side.
right side or good side of the war. It still brings out the worst in people.
Yes.
And,
like, again, you know, he was still against the Capitol or whatever.
But he still pisses me off.
But, yes, he still pisses me off, too.
Yeah.
I personally am anti-war. What about you?
Mm-hmm.
How do you feel about war? Pro or anti?
It's a tough one. No, anti. Strongly anti.
Yeah.
I
feel like war is
I
such
had a very hard time wrapping my head around the fact that war has happened.
No,
ever.
I was about to say, war is such a man thing. If women
thing.
dominated, like, most leadership roles in, like, most countries, I feel like war just, like, wouldn't have happened.
A woman can't be president.
But, like,
she's going to be on her period
so
and in a bad mood, and she's going to hit the big red button that starts a war. Has a woman ever started a war before?
It's insane to me that, like, that's even, like an option, like what are we? What
I don't know.
You're
like,
mad
let's all
about
kill each other because
money
I want more
or
land?
something or land or whatever.
No, fighting
and so,
over land is crazy to me.
And so you want to like,
why do you give a shit?
So you're like, oh, I know what we should do. We should get a bunch of firearms and murder a bunch of their people, and then they can fight back against us and murder a bunch of our people until one of us has murdered more people.
Yeah.
What? Huh? Maybe I'm just ignorant and I don't understand war, but that is a weird solution to me.
I think that's the right take.
Because it's like
it doesn't make any
sense.
It's
like it's just strange how like murder is illegal unless it's war.
Yeah, unless it's in like very very large numbers.
That's
fine.
But I'm like that's still like your solution to this problem was to murder people.
Yeah. Also, I sometimes have a hard time distinguishing between like what makes something terrorism versus just war. Like
war to me is all seems like
all
terrorism in my head. Where's the line? I don't know.
Yeah, it kind of just all seems bad.
Yeah, I don't know, man. Anyway, anti-war.
Anyways, I don't like war. The only time I can think that like a woman started war in history is like, and it's not even like real probably, is like Helen of Troy kind of, but she was just like kidnapped. And they fought about her.
That only kind of counts.
She wasn't trying to do that. It's not her fault.
Yeah.
It started because of a woman, but she didn't do anything. They just took her because she was real pretty.
Yeah, she was just a victim.
Interesting thing about the Trojan War, there's like it's no one really knows if it happened or not.
Yeah. This might have been a real thing, or it might have just been, like, mythology.
Because there's no real evidence that it happened, but there's also no counter-evidence that it didn't happen.
That's weird to me. That's really weird to me. But, like, okay.
So it's kind of.
And I didn't know that until a few years ago. I think when I read Song of Achilles.
Yeah.
I learned more about that, and I learned that it was like
reading
potentially
Song of
not
Achilles.
even a real thing, and I was like, oh,
no,
what?
I was reading Song of Achilles, and I'm like, I've never considered, like, it was the Trojan War real? Like, I had never even considered whether or not it was a part of mythology or whether or not it was real.
I hadn't really thought about it either. I just thought it was for some reason.
Wait, hold on. I hadn't even, like, thought it was. I hadn't thought about it. Like, I didn't know.
I thought it was real.
And I was
I'd heard
wait,
about, like, the Trojan horse and stuff,
on.
and, like, I learned about that, like, in school, so I assumed it was real.
Yeah.
But, like, apparently no one actually knows.
Apparently not.
Anyway, guys, this wasn't, like, our funniest or most exciting episode, but I feel like it was good to talk about stuff that's important to us, you know? And,
this is very important to me.
We're gonna go eat lunch now.
I love eating lunch.
And try to have a good day in spite of everything going on in the country. Mm-hmm. I hope you guys all have a good day. Tell the women in your life that you love them. Mm-hmm. And
the gays and the people of color and
tell everyone.
You know, anyone who's not a rich, straight white man.
Anyone who's affected, you know, give them a hug today. And take care of yourselves. We will talk to you guys in a couple weeks. But
love you guys.
Love you, dumpies.
Unless you're a Trump supporter, then I hate you and your stupid face.
We are anti-Trump and pro-dump.
Song recommendations.
Oh, did you hear what I said?
Anti-Trump, pro-dump.
Yeah, because we love our dumps.
That's good.
I love that we've called our listeners dumps.
Song recommendation. Mine is Heaven by Tomorrow by Together. They're my favorite band. They released a new album a couple days ago, and it's very, very good. I highly recommend listening into it.
Wow, that was... trying to pick a song that's appropriate for the occasion, but I don't know if I have one in my head right now. I'm gonna recommend, since we're going to see Michelle tonight, I'm gonna recommend a Michelle song, even though I recommend Michelle every single time, and I'm sorry, guys. I will pick a different artist next time. But I'm gonna recommend Track Star by Michelle.
She's a track star.
That's not how it goes. It's not how it goes. That's not their song. It's a different song. If you want to know how it goes, go listen to it. Bye, dumps.
Bye, dumps.